So this problem says if f of x is equal to the cube root of x squared plus 7 times e to the x, then what is the value of f prime of 1? Okay, so we're trying to take the derivative and substitute 1. Let's start by taking the derivative. Notice that we have a function of x multiplied by another function of x. So let's label the two functions of x. Let's label the first function as u of x and the second function as v of x. And we'll need to use the product rule because we have a product of two functions of x. So let's write our product rule out, that if we have u of x and we're multiplying it times v of x, the derivative of that product is equal to the derivative of the first times the second plus the derivative of the second times the first. And in order to take our derivatives, let's rewrite our cube root as a power so that we can take the derivative more easily. So let's write it as not f prime of x yet, but just rewriting f of x is x squared plus 7 to the power of 1/3 using the fractional exponent rule, and then times e to the x. Okay, so now when we take our derivative, f prime of x, we can first take the derivative of the first function, which notice has both an outside function, the 1/3 power, and an inside function, the x squared plus 7. So we're going to need to use the chain rule as well. So we'll take the derivative of the outside function using the power rule. So bring the 1/3 down to the front, leave the inside function the same. Subtract 1 from the power makes negative 2/3. So that's the derivative of the outside function. But now let's multiply that by the derivative of the inside function using the chain rule just for our u of x part. So the derivative of x squared is 2x. Okay, so all of this is our u prime. Now we need to multiply by v of x, which is e to the x. And we'll add, the next part is v prime. So that's the derivative of our e to the x. The derivative of e to the x is e to the x, so it doesn't change. And then it doesn't change because that's the derivative of e to the x. And then multiply by u of x, which is just the first function without taking its derivative. Okay, so this is our derivative written out. Now that we've found our derivative, because we're trying to find the derivative at 1, we can go ahead and substitute 1 so that we can simplify with the number already written in. So substituting 1, we get 1/3 times, this would be 1 squared plus 7 to the power of negative 2/3 times 2 times 1 times e to the 1 plus e to the 1 times 1 squared plus 7 to the power of 1/3. Okay, and simplifying from here, we have 1/3 times 1 squared is 1 plus 7 is 8. So this makes 8 to the power of negative 2/3. And then times 2 times e, plus, then we have another e times 1 squared is 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 to the power of 1/3. All right, and continuing to simplify, if we have a negative exponent, we can put that in the denominator. So this makes, and we can multiply as well, the 1 times 2 times e makes 2e in the numerator over We have a 3 on the bottom, and then we can put the 8 to the 2/3 also in the denominator. And then plus, here we have an e, and this is the power of 1/3 means a cube root. The cube root of 8 is 2. So that would be plus 2e. And continuing to simplify, we have 2e on the top, the 3 on the bottom, and remember that this denominator, exponent denominator of 3 means it's a cube root. So this is a cube root of 8 squared. So we can think of that as the cube root of 8, and then all of that is squared, plus our 2e, which then the cube root of 8 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So that makes 2e over 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2e. Simplifying a bit more, 2 over 12 makes 1 over 6. So e over 6 plus 2e. And then just a bit more, we can make a common denominator of 6. So that would be e over 6 plus 12e over 6, which makes 13e over 6, which would be our final answer, or choice D. Okay, well, I hope this step-by-step problem was helpful for you. If it was, please like the video and share with anybody you think might find this also helpful. Well, happy studies, and thanks for watching.